I am going to create a very simple SSIS project for migrating records from a SQL table to an Excel file. I will use the Northwind database. It is a free database and you can download it from online. Let's start creating a SSIS project. Please follow how I am doing. By the way, you have to have SQL Server installed on your laptop to do SSIS package, because business integration or BI stack, it is part of SQL Server. So go to program files and find the SQL Server you have on your machine. I have different SQL Server. I will use SQL Server 2012 to create SSIS package, and you see SQL Server data tools. Open that one and create a new project and give a name, say SQL to Excel, and I will save it in a folder called SSIS.c drive. Okay, and project type should be integration service project. Click OK. Close the window, and you see the project is created. The package is created, and by default name is package.dtsx. Let's rename to something else which is more friendly. SQL to Excel. Okay. Now you see there is another item called connection manager. We have to use connection manager to put the database connection or any other connections. Right click on that and new connection manager, and these are the connections we can use in any SSIS package. So we have to use OLEDB connection because our database is SQL Server. So SSIS use OLEDB connection to connect to the SQL Server. We can use other connection like ADO.NET, but here we have to use OLEDB. Okay, so select OLEDB and click on add, and I have a Northwind database installed on my PC. Click OK, and that is a connection manager window, and you can see that is added here. Now go to data flow tags. Sorry, yes, data flow tags, and click on and then drag it here. And see data flow tags created. So rename it to something like our project related name. Say SQL to Excel, and it is a control is data flow tag, so use that one, DFT. Okay, now we need to add the data source. Our data source is OLEDB data source, so use that one. And you see it is red cross because it has no database connection. So rename it to like our PBS. So rename it to OLE SRC. The Northwind database has several tables. One table is called customers, so we'll use customer table here. Okay. Now right click and edit, and you see the drop down connection manager drop down has already the database connection, but no table is selected. So let's select the table to customers. Okay, you can preview the data. Okay, close and click OK. You see the red dot is gone. Now we have the source. Now we have to get our target. You see other destination. Our destination should be Excel destination. So click on that and drag it on the window. And similarly, Excel destination doesn't have any connection. So click on the custom data source connection, and then there is a green arrow, and drag it until the destination. Okay, and rename it to Excel destination, what we did for previous controls. Say Excel customer. Okay, now we need to add a connection for that. So right click on the connection manager and add a new connection, and you will see Excel connection. Okay, and go to the folder where you want to save. Say browse, and we want to save our file, the same project, same folder where we save the project. Let's go to SSIS. So save here. Okay, and keep the name of the file as customer. Okay, now click OK. You see still red dot, sorry, red cross, and because I created the connection manager here, but it is not connected to that file. So right click and edit, and by default it is getting the drop down is getting the Excel connection manager. Okay, now we have to select the name of the sheet. You know, the Excel file has different sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, but it doesn't know which sheet because that file doesn't exist yet. So you have to go create. You see it is created. Okay, now you can see. Okay, and now we need to do mapping. This is by default because we keep the same name of the input and target. So by default mapping is created, all mappings are created. So click OK. So we are done. Let's run the project, see what happens. Oops, here you see red cross, that means project did not run correctly. And we can see what is the issue. Click on the progress, and you will see some Excel connection manager failed with error code. So that means it can connect to the Excel file. So connection manager failed, and there are some thing here, like if the 64-bit driver is not installed, run the package in 32-bit mode. Here one thing is missing here, like my machine is 64-bit and all the programs are 64-bit, so it is running by default in 64-bit mode. But Excel does not have driver for 64-bit mode, so we need to run the program in 32-bit mode. So I will do that. Click on the project name, right click, and go to properties, and go to configuration manager, and then debugging. You'll see run 64-bit runtime. Change it to true to false. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Now run it again. Yes, and now it ran successfully. You see the tick mark, green tick mark on the green circle. So, and it says that how many records uh, migrated to Excel file. It's 91 rows. We can verify from the tables how many rows are there, and we can check in the Excel file as well. So now we are done. Thanks everybody.